A very warm welcome to Daily Dispatch powered by HSBC. I'm Priya Sheth, and joining me on this conversation is Vinayak Shrivastav, who's joining us from VideoVerse. Thank you very much, Vinayak, for joining us today. $46 million is your latest fundraise. Tell us a little bit about what the fundraise really means to you and how the funds will be utilized.
So to be very honest, when we started VideoVerse journey back in 2016, we were trying to solve a very simple problem of video editing. And obviously, it was a leap of faith that we took in ourselves and the vision that we had of building a video editing ecosystem. The current fundraise is just I would say, a validation and a strong testament to what we have been building for the last 5 years, very specifically. What this means is obviously having the best partners that we could have hoped for on our cap table. But apart from that, and also a clear part to a long-term vision, because the partners we have on board literally walk the talk with us in terms of seeing the exponential potential of the company and where this can really land up in the next 4 to 5 years.
Absolutely. Going forward in 2022, what will be your growth strategy and how will you take it from there?
So there's a key focus on the US and the European market. With this latest fundraise, we are going to go and kind of actively hire more people in the US and European market. We've already built out a strong team in India, US, UK, and Israel. The focus is going to be how we can expand our sales operations over the next 12 months. And we're going to specifically focus on that in 2022.
Absolutely. I also wanted to understand, what would be your key growth drivers out there? Other external headwinds that you see will be pushing the kind of growth going forward?
So I think that started back in 2020 when the pandemic kicked in. Majority of the people moved over to watching content online. And the attention span of everyone consuming content also changed very rapidly. You had people now consuming content in the 15-second to 30-second range more than they were consuming the long form content. What that really meant was people are going to look for solutions to edit content much faster. That's where really we fit in. So we really got, I would say, the push that we needed back in 2020. Right now, the time is just to ride the wave and quickly grow not only our core enterprise Magnify product, which is allowing all the enterprise solutions out there to edit content on the go, but also the B2C products that we have launched in 2021 and the new web-based editor that we're launching in 2022 right now. The earlier product is called Stick, which allows people to simultaneously broadcast into multiple social platforms. The long-term vision is to make it a de facto OBS system replacement. And Illusto needs to become a go-to solution for everyone who wants to edit content and become an influencer today on social media. So with that, obviously, we're going to try and kind of continue riding the short-form video content wave and the video editing wave.
Right. In terms of revenue targets, what have you set for yourself? How do you see growth shaping up?
So for the last 2 years, we have definitely performed better than what we had projected ourselves. We have stayed profitable for the last 1 year, and the intention is going to be to continue being profitable for this year as well, while we start expanding into some of these foreign markets and some of the unknown markets as well that we haven't tapped yet, specifically into the Southeast Asian market. We want to make sure that our revenues, continuously keep growing. We have set ourselves a target of trying to do at least another 200% to 300% by the end of this year from last year's revenue. But having said that, the market has been changing very rapidly. So if you see what has happened in the video space in the last 2 years, just a testament of how rapidly it keeps changing. So we've not really pegged the number. We just have a ballpark number where we really want to get to. And if we get to anywhere close to that or more than that, I think it'll be a win-win for us in 2022.
But is there a growth percentage ballpark that you're working with in terms of how you'd like to grow maybe 5 years down the line? Any internal blueprints that you've set for yourself?
So we haven't really kind of, done a 5-year planning right now. What we have really kind of done is, a 3-year planning process in place because we realized that the market has changed a lot over the last 2 years. Whatever we do project for the next 5 years will rapidly get changed. While it is very easy to replicate what we did in the last 2 years this year, the strategy will change after we reach a considerable amount of stage as a company. And the intention will be over the next 3 years to be at least growing at 100% year on year.
Absolutely, very interesting. In terms of investment in the business, do you think you require yet another round of funding going forward, considering that there is an aggressive plan of expansion?
We really hope we don't have to go through another round of funding. And I'm not saying because that that we might need more capital. We are just saying that we want to make sure that the capital that we have raised until now, and especially with the last round, is more than efficient and enough for us to make sure that we at least grow the business sizable before we even look at the next round of funding. And for us, the opportunity is great right now. If you're able to continue staying profitable, I don't think we will require another round of funding. Having said that, things again do change. But obviously the current, at least the internal thought process and the internal, I would say the motivation is that, let's ensure that we don't have to raise another round after this.
Absolutely. On that note, Vinayak, thanks very much for joining us today. It's really been a pleasure speaking with you. Thanks so much for your time.